Hello everyone. In this video, let us understand the structure of the ARM template. We have the sample template to create the storage account. So this is in the form of JSON template. We know that ARM template uses the JSON language. Whenever we wanted to create any resources in the Azure cloud, at minimum, we need to have some properties defined in the ARM template. So there are three main basic properties which is required. So these three properties are schema, content version, and resources. So these three properties, at minimum, it has to be there in the ARM template if we are going to create any resources. So these three properties should be always available when you create an ARM template. There are optional properties like parameters, variables, output, functions. So these are optional properties which you will be able to use in the ARM template according to your requirement. If I wanted to create a storage account, I can copy this same template. So this is a very basic template just to understand how ARM template works when we deploy into the Azure cloud. I will go to the Visual Studio Code and I will create a new file with storage account.json and paste the template. So this is the template which I will be using to create the storage account. So what I have to do is I need to just enter the name of the storage account. I will enter the name of the storage account as demo, or I will say learn or tech, because this should be globally unique. I will use this storage account name. I will use this name for the storage account and it will be created in East US location. Here will be standard LRSTR and kind will be storage v2. Rest all remains same. So we need to have minimum schema. So this is required. Content version is required and resources is required. So all these three properties has to be there in the JSON template to deploy any Azure resources. So what I will do is I will save the file as storage account creation. Save the file. So I'll remove this bracket here. This is not required. To create the storage account using this template, all I need to do is I need to go to the portal itself, search for deployment, deploy a custom template. And if you are not a coder like me, actually you can select this quick start template. And there are built-in custom template which are available. You can search for storage account, existing storage account. I will edit the template. As I said, at minimum, we need to have these properties: schema, content version, and the resources. So these are the three properties which is required at minimum to deploy any resources using the ARM template. So there are some of the properties which are optional, like parameters and variables, functions, output. So these are the optional properties which you can use. I don't want to use this template, so I'll discard. So basically this was a custom template. So this was a predefined template. I will discard this. Now I am going to use the custom template which I have created. So we have created this template, right? To create the storage account. I will use this template to create the storage account. I will load the file and I will select the storage account JSON template. We have the same file which we have prepared in the Visual Studio Code. So this is the same template what we have prepared in the Visual Studio Code. Using this, I'll be able to create the storage account. I'll simply save this file and I'll select the resource group where the storage account has to be created. We have already defined the location as east US location where the storage account should be created. So we have the east US location where the storage account will be created. I'll say review and create. So let us see if the validation pass. I think it should pass. Yeah. So now it is ready to create the storage account using the ARM template. So we are able to successfully use the ARM template to create the storage account. So this is how we can create the storage account using the ARM template. Let us go to the dashboard. Let us go to the resource group. And if I click on the resource group, storage account should have been created. So we have created the storage group under this resource group. I will refresh. Yeah, there is a storage account. And if I click on the storage account itself, and we'll be able to see the location is east US and it is LRS. If I wanted to deploy similar kind of storage account again, what I can do is I can come here, I can export the template. I can export the same template, JSON template. So it is basically generating the template. So basically I wanted to repeat the creation process of storage account multiple times. So it is exporting all the details, all the parameters. See, whatever the storage account we have created, all these properties are available in this template. What I can do is I can use Control A, copy, and then go to the Visual Studio Code. I'll create new file again. I'll say storage account 02 and paste here. So I'll say this one as 2. Now I will save the template. JSON. I will say as 02. I'll save this. If I wanted to deploy the storage account, what I will do is I will come back to home. I will go to the deploy custom template and I can build our own template, load the file. This time I'll select this file to create the storage account. So we have all the information over here and save this. Where I wanted to create, I wanted to create in this resource group. If you wanted to repeat the creation process of this storage account in multiple environment like development, test environment, production environment, then you have different resource group. That time you will be able to select different resource group. So now because this is a demo, I'll be selecting the same resource group to deploy this storage account. I'll say review and create. So basically we have created a storage account. We use the same storage account deployment template and we are going to create another storage account. So the storage account name is Learn Cloud Tech 0002. So it has already submitted. And if I click on home, if I go to the resource group, if I click on resource group, I should see another storage account reflecting over here. Let us refresh. Okay, still deployment in progress. It might take some time. Okay, once it is deployed, we will be able to see the storage account. Yeah, the deployment is completed. So I should be able to see another storage account. So this way, it is very easy for use the infrastructure as a code to repeat the process of creating the resources. It can be storage account, it can be web application, it can be virtual machine, it can be load balancer, any resources. You can actually group all the resources. It can be 3-tier application. You can group all the resources in a single template and you should be able to deploy all the resources at the same time. So this is why the infrastructure as a code is very useful whenever we are dealing with the cloud environment. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the content, please subscribe and share the video. Thank you and take care.